one thing you niggas gotta realize is that you have to just do you. Because one thing that I've noticed throughout my life is people will clown you and talk down upon you and look at you a certain way for making a decision. But if you didn't make that decision and you were left helpless with nothing because you didn't make that decision, then they wouldn't give a fuck. As a matter of fact, they'll actually laugh at you, they'll clown you, talk down upon you, and you'll never hear the end of it. They'll pretty much do everything to you that to embarrass you and make you feel like shit from not having anything. But when you make a decision, and then that decision helps you be able to do other things, then because they don't like that decision, then they'll clown you. So it's nothing, the stuff that they don't like after you get it, they don't like the decision you made. So this is why I say fuck everybody, because I was scrolling on my fucking shit and I seen like, I guess that Kodak Black in the 6ix9ine, and I don't listen to that shit, so don't get any fucking ideas. I was scrolling and I seen that shit, and I guess they're doing a little duet together, and I guess people are clowning on Kodak Black because he took I guess he's getting paid $1 million, and everyone's like he's a snitch and he knows he's a snitch. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, niggas. If this nigga Kodak Black went broke and didn't have any goddamn money, like tomorrow he went broke and through litigation and the BM drama and all this stupid shit, and just plan out he just went broke, people will laugh at him. Motherfuckers he'll be on everybody's content creation, every content creator's page. You'll be talking about him, clowning him, talking about he gotta go to work at McDonald's making memes and doing all this shit if he went broke. If any rapper went broke, because they care about money like a fish cares about water. Like in that industry, they care about it more than just survival. It's about like feeling insecurities and voice. So they really care about money. So if you didn't have that in that industry, they're gonna clown you because they feel so insecure that if they don't have it, they're gonna feel like shit. So now you don't have it and they have it, they can talk more shit. That's how life works. So they'll fucking clown you. But if a nigga goes and makes a decision to go say, I want to do this, this, and that, people want to sit there and say, why are you doing that? You're a snitch for doing that. But isn't you guys about money? You fucking idiot. Aren't you guys about money? You can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. That don't make sense. Isn't that fake? And don't they talk about being fake in their whole rap shit? This is what I'm saying. This shit's all fake. The rap shit is all fake. It's all like, what the fuck is going on? Like, who gives a fuck if he's doing it? Like, last time I checked, no one's paying no one's bills. As a matter of fact, people are clowning at people who haven't paid their bills. So why the fuck, like, do you care what somebody's doing if it's not hurting you? If it isn't hurting you, they're not like a hitman to kill you or some shit. Like, why the fuck you care how somebody's doing their shit? That's why I say you gotta just do you, because people would just fucking, like, people are retarded in this world. Because at the end of the day, everyone is like a crab in a barrel. They want you to be miserable like them. They just want you to be like them. Subconsciously, this is what they're saying, because they're miserable and then they want you to be miserable like them. Because people be like, why don't you go work a 9 to 5? Why don't you go out and do this and do that? Like, why? So I could be fucking miserable like you? Wake up every morning, be angry, and always have that fucking look in my face like I'm irritated and shit? My bad, the battery ran out. But anyways, like I was saying, man, this shit's crazy. Like, people are fucking really, like, saying that, why did this nigga take this $1 million deal? And he, like, who really gives a shit? First of all, the only people who listen to that bullshit is white suburb fucking kids. Ain't no nigga in the hood listening to that shit. Niggas in the hood's trying to make their own shit and then push that and do it. They may listen to a little bit of, like, some of them don't listen to it, like, especially that little fucking duet that they have, and they're not fucking listening to that shit. So why the fuck niggas care? Only people gonna listen to it mainly these white suburb people. That's mainly who listens to this bullshit, if you really think about it. So, like, it's fun. That's why I'm like, you just gotta do you and fuck anyone else's decisions at the end of the day. That's why it's good to know who you are, because if you don't know who you are, then you give a fuck what these dumbass bots think. Because these niggas who think they have an opinion and they think like what you should do, like, they're not shit. And if you were to stay in a room with them, they won't be able to talk about nothing or do anything, and if anything, they'll be a burden to you. You'd be like, let me get the fuck away from them. So why the fuck you give a fuck? Because they're under mind control. You gotta understand this. There's a deep mind control program. The what's that word? It's not mind control. MK Ultra mind control. The MK Ultra. Everyone talks about celebrities and shit, but in reality, it's society is under MK Ultra. Because what do they do when they MK Ultra? They traumatize you. Society is fucking traumatized. This is why there's so many fucking criminals and people, not even just criminals and shit, fuck what I just said, but just everyone in general is mentally ill. Some people that they let it out more based upon their natal chart and their energy and maybe their experience. They may become criminalistic or whatever. But everyone is mentally fucking ill because you have to be to a degree from this system, because what the Masons have done with people mentally is like fucking like is like twisted and warped. It's not in alignment really based on the education. It's all a lie. So everyone's a fucking idiot. So when you're talking to somebody, you're talking to an AI bot. This is why I'm telling you niggas, like, AI is already here. Once they bring in the fucking computer AI, it's the same fucking shit, but enhanced more. Because when you go to if you go to a regular person, you can tell a person who's been an old person who's believing in Jesus Christ, or anybody who's been doing what they're doing, tell them to stop smoking, stop doing this. They're not going to stop unless they feel like stopping. They can't stop. A lot of people, they can never stop. A lot of people die never doing or acting, and it gets to that point. People are AI as it is already. Like, if you fucking look at it, they're AI. Go tell somebody the truth, they're not going to hear you. You go to a robot, they aren't going to. The robot's just slightly more enhanced, but in terms of communication and social ability and social, like this whole social aspect of AI, when it comes to not information but just talking like a friend, when it comes to that aspect, you can replace the average sheep with that, because the average sheep can't talk about shit. The AI, you can at least program it to talk about what you want it to fucking talk about and be a scholar, not even a scholar, but an internet rememberer, because it's just gonna repeat and create a personality to repeat. But it's just gonna do that, and it'll know shit and seem like it's intellectual and shit, because it's getting information from like wherever it's hooked up to get information from. But if you think of it, you can replace these bitch niggas, and that's what's gonna happen. Like, it's gonna get replaced, and it doesn't have to be a robot. It could be like they may have an app that has like a fucking just talks to you and shit, and you just talk to it or some shit. Like, because pretty soon, like, because you look at it, like, these bots, they're not shit. And it's like, it's gonna get to, I feel like it's gonna get to that point where people gonna have like robot friends and then be on metaverse all day. I literally kind of feel like that. I don't know if it will. Hopefully it doesn't, but I feel like that's just gonna be the people literally be talking to their phones and shit. Like, there's gonna be AI apps and AI in the fucking goggles, and you're gonna be like talking to, like, that's just gonna be, and it's gonna be real to the point like you won't need, because the average person's a fucking idiot. They're under MK Ultra. The MK Ultra running deep, so they don't know anything unless the program's been broken. AKA, you change the program. If it was a computer, you got to switch it out, open up the hard drive. You can't run a fucking Ultra settings on a fucking cheap ass 270 GTX. You can't run that shit. You gotta have to get something new. So you have to open up the computer, get a different computer chip, and put that shit in. But I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna end this video. And yeah, I just want to say this shit because people are fucking retarded. Like, people are literally retarded. Everyone's under MK Ultra, and they're all robots. That's why that's what you guys call them, bots. That word bot, that's not just you describing that they're acting. There actually are one, until their program is changed, because they're under the Masons have programmed people through education. This is why they force every single kid into fucking education. They have to. Because even if you fail, it's not the point. It's because, like, I remember I told you guys in my other video, a homeless person on the street is a dumbass sheep, just like a person who's working corporate. Because if you talk to a homeless person, they talk, then they act the same way. It's just the homeless person just is a flunky. Where just the dude, he actually made it. But they're on the same fucking program. He probably, the homeless person just probably likes donuts and watching Cheers and Brady Bunch too much more than the other guy, so that's why the other guy was successful. But they're both fucking dumb sheep. One just eats donuts and watches Cheers and Brady Bunch more than the other, because he's a stupid dumbass sheep, watches dumbass stupid shit. So yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and end this video. Like, do you fuck what everyone else says. Like, no one can tell you shit because they're fucking idiots. So how can a kindergartner tell me about my finances and what trades I need to place on the market today? Like, that doesn't make any sense. I would not even ask him, because even if I asked him, he won't be able to respond. He'd be like, what? Or he won't even know a starting point to a response. So that's exactly the same way you got to treat these sheep. Exact what I just said. I like to use deep into like deep metaphors and examples like that so you can understand what I'm talking about. I want you guys to get this in your mind so you can understand what I'm talking about, how you need to treat these sheep. You're not going to tell a kindergartner about your stuff, your day-to-day happenings as a fucking grown-ass man. It won't make any fucking sense. So why are you going to tell a sheep certain truths? You can't do that. I can never get a dog to pay my taxes. Impossible. You can never get a sheep to wake the fuck up. Some of them, impossible. Not even some, all of them. Because if you're a sheep, you can't wake up. That's the thing. You can't wake up if you're a sheep. It's not like you can wake these people up. Because right now, we're at a time you can't wake these people up right now. It's impossible. Or when you wake up, it's not just you wake up and and everything is good. You still have karma. You still have blockages. All the times when you were sleeping sheep, all the karma you built from that shit, and all the time you wasted being a sheep and a bot, you have to make just as much energy as you put in something. You have to take as much energy to get out. So if you spent 10 years being a bot and a sheep, then you'll wake up, but you're going to be on a path where you know everything, but it's going to still be problems, and it's still going to take you a long time, because you can get to a point as a space where you know everything, and you can watch all my videos and know everything. Know every fucking thing, and I know about the spirit, I know what to do, I know the astrology. You could know everything, but if you have a lot of karma and blockages you have to overcome, then it's gonna still take you like years and take you time, even if you try. That's why a lot of you guys feel like you're being blocked. It's not even you're being blocked. You got to go through the work and time and effort. In order to achieve something, sometimes you have to go through years and years of work and effort, even if you know how to already get there. Even if you know how to, you have to, because you have to go through that pain and effort and energy. You got to put in that work to get the thing. You can't just get something. You can't say, oh, I know how to make money online. I watch a video and you make money online. No, you have to go through times where you failed and you didn't make money, and you go through all these hardships and trials, and somebody probably you got to go through that shit. And if you don't want to go through that, then I'm not saying you're going to, but you have to go through some type of hardship. I'm not saying you're going to go what I just said, but it's going to be something you're going to go through that's a resistance in order to get to where the fuck you got to get to. And it is what it is. And then when you get it, it's going to feel that much better because you went through all that hell, and it's going to actually change your mind. So therefore you won't be like a sucker and a fool to go out and think that what you got everyone can just have, because you'll understand the shit you went through to get that fucking shit. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna end it right there. Peace out to everybody, and I'm out.